You're listening to Systemic Error Podcast. The failure was designed.
Trump found the perfect crime, based on an article by Terry H. Schwab. The presidency as a premium feed, not a glitch, a business model. Trump Media's new plan is simple: sell Wall Street a faster link to the president's posts and let traders pay for milliseconds of advanced notice on messages that can move markets. That is a source material in one sentence. Everything else is the cover story. This is not some vague appearance issue. It is the conversion of presidential communication into a monetized edge for people rich enough to buy it. The White House is not being used to govern first and profit accidentally. It is being used to govern in a way that can be priced, packaged, and sold back to the market, who actually has power. The decisive actor is Donald Trump. He chooses to make policy announcements for Truth Social. He owns 41% of Trump Media through a revocable trust, and he is the public official whose words can jolt markets. That is where the power sits. Trump Media is the vehicle. Wall Street is the customer. The institutional failure is that a president can turn official signaling into a private revenue stream and still be treated as if this is just another media business announcement. It isn't. It is a corruption pipeline dressed up as an API product. The abuse is in the timing. The article is right to point out that presidential posts already move markets. It notes Trump's great time to buy posts before it tariff bars, and it cites federal filings showing investments made before tariff, defense, and semiconductor announcements. That matters because it shows the pattern is not hypothetical. The profit opportunity has already been demonstrated. The new data feed simply industrializes the advantage. If traders can receive Trump-linked posts before ordinary users, they can complete computerized trades first. That is the core of insider trading logic. Whatever branding Trump Media wraps around it, the point is not speed. The point is unequal access to power the president controls. Misdirection is protection. The weakest framing in stories like this is the pretense that the problem is technical or procedural. The source correctly rejects that. This is not a question of whether a corporate API is normal in the abstract. Federal agencies use APIs for public data. The difference here is that the data source is the president himself, and the beneficiary is his own business. That distinction is the whole story, and it is where political commentary has to stay sharp. The issue is not merely that Trump is blurring lines. He is using the office to create private value from public authority. The Constitution's emoluments concerned is not decorative language here. It is the description of a governing class that has stopped bothering to hide the extraction. The Democratic response is the minimum, not the finish. The article quotes Schiff, Blumenthal, and Newsom calling out corruption, and that is the right posture. Democrats should say plainly what this is: self-enrichment through office, not controversy, not ethics questions, not policy optics. Corruption. But even that critique should not flatten into a quatremoly argument. The political injury is broader than a single scheme. Trump is building a presidency in which access, timing, and information are all subordinated to personal gain. The scandal is not that he is breaking a norm. The scandal is that he is converting the machinery of the state into a revenue product and daring everyone to treat it as business. The system underneath the stent. This is what authoritarian capitalism looks like when it is confident enough to stop whispering. Public power generates private enrichment. Institutions normalize the arrangement. Enablers call it innovation. Beneficiaries call it transparency. Everyone else is expected to accept being late to the trade, late to the truth, and late to the realization that the office has been put up for sale. The deeper pattern is not just Trump's grift. It is the willingness of the political and financial class to adapt to it. Once the presidency can be sold as a premium data service, democratic government is no longer being weakened from the outside. It is being repurposed from within. You've been listening to Systemic Error. Thanks to Alternet for today's article. With the automated voice of Norman, thanks for listening.